Hey everybody, Xeno here, and I was not expecting to be able to say today that Splatoon 3 is a real thing that's coming out just next year. I am a huge Splatoon fan. I played the first game the day it came out. I played the second game for over 1,000 hours.
You serious?
And I am most certainly looking forward to playing the next game, Splatoon 3. I was originally going to do a whole analysis about this trailer, but I honestly think the trailer itself and the news Nintendo provided via Twitter does a pretty good job of explaining things. We start in the Splatlands, the remains of what once was human civilization, take a train to Splatsville, the new and upcoming city for Inkling culture, and finally, the Inklings continue to enjoy their favorite pastime, turf wars. Also, everyone gets a little buddy salmonid now, and they manage to make them the cutest things ever. I love him. That's the basis of what this trailer lines up for us, and of course the influence of the last Splatfest is also very noticeable. Since Chaos won over Order, Chaos represent by the way you're welcome, this game seems to be playing off the wasteland trope often associated with societal breakdown, and everything going to chaos. I love that the Splatoon team has continued to do this, by the way. Let fans have a direct impact on the next game in the series based on the outcome of an in-game event. In Splatoon 1, it was Marie winning, leading to her guiding you through the story mode in Splatoon 2, and Callie being the one that was kidnapped. And here, it seems the final Splatfest of Splatoon 2, Order vs. Chaos, has had an even bigger impact on the direction of Splatoon 3, right down to the game's entire theme and setting. And I have to say, I love this setting as well. The desolate Splatlands make for a great contrast to the aquatic nature of Splatoon's characters, and the possibilities opened up just by what this trailer shows are super exciting. I want to focus on one particular detail about this trailer though, which is the new area Splatsville itself. According to Nintendo, Splatsville is located far away from Angopolis, so unlike the first two games that take place both in the same city, 3 takes us to a completely new town. This is also reflected in the town's design. While Splatoon 1's Angopolis Plaza was inspired by Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo, and 2's Angopolis Square by Times Square in New York, Splatsville takes us in a much different direction. I believe this city is almost certainly inspired by the now defunct Kowloon walled city in Hong Kong. Now, to give credit where credit is due, I first saw this mentioned on Twitter by someone, and I can't remember exactly who it was, which is killing me, because I'd like to properly credit them, but I can't. But it seems a lot of people have been picking up on this over there, so just good job all you squid kids over there on the Twitter. So you might be asking yourself, what the heck is Kowloon Walled City? And that's exactly what I was asking myself when I first heard this. But upon doing a little bit of research, I found this is a super interesting location that has some cool history to it. The city dates back all the way to a Chinese outpost established during the Song dynasty of 960 to 1279 AD. Centuries later, in 1810, the area was repurposed as a Chinese military fort. In 1945, though, the area was settled by Chinese Civil War refugees who lay claim to the land on squatters' rights. They basically just rolled up and was like, alright, this is home now. What followed was the eruption of one of the world's most densely populated areas ever. See, a lot of people were coming out of China and into Hong Kong as refugees at this point, and the Kowloon Walled City seemed like a pretty good place to start a new life. This led to rapid construction, and the uniquely packed together high-rises of the city that gave it its signature look. Meanwhile, both Britain and China were struggling to find an agreement on who should rule over the city, as it was still technically a Chinese military base, but it was in Hong Kong, which was now a colony of the British. In the end, this ended with them both basically ignoring it. And this is how the city came to be known as a lawless haven for crime, drugs, and illegal activity. A city of chaos, if you will. The only regulation enforced in the city was that buildings couldn't extend above 13 or 14 stories high due to an airport being located near the city. And during the city's peak years, it was basically controlled by the Chinese mafia known as the Triads. After all this, the city was demolished in 1994, with a park standing there to commemorate it today, but that doesn't make the story any less interesting. So, one of the most densely populated areas on Earth, packed together high-rises to accommodate housing needs, a lawless city, a literal city of chaos, and one of the only enforced regulations was building height due to a nearby airport. Do you see the similarities here? I think it's hard to deny the inspiration Kowloon Walled City has on the city of Splatsville in Splatoon 3. and I personally love that. Just reading up on the walled city to make this video was so interesting, and I'm really glad the devs tried something new, taking inspiration from such a unique place for the design of Splatsville in Splatoon 3. I do want to point out one more thing though. The Triads were the controlling force in the walled city, and I believe we've already seen the equivalent of a mafia boss in the Splatoon universe, Mr. Grizz. A mysterious figure hiding in the shadows, letting others do the dirty work for him. Remember, Mr. Grizz is after salmonid eggs, and we've already seen friendly domesticated salmonid in the reveal trailer, as well as what was almost certainly a Splatoon 3 teaser in retrospect, the Save Our Salmonids art. And I wonder, save them from what exactly? Maybe the evil entity behind this new city, the extinction of salmonids, and behind the wooden bear carving with an antenna. Who knows? Maybe he's not even a bear. Hey there guys, thanks for watching the video. I'm super excited for Splatoon 3. I don't know if that comes through. Maybe it does. And as soon as I heard about this Kowloon walled city connection, I knew I had to make a video on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. I definitely learned something new. Who would have thunk it? Splatoon taking historical influence and teaching me new things. Wow. If you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. We do a lot of Legend of Zelda content around here, but whenever I feel like it, if there's some new Splatoon 3 news, I might talk about it. I might do it, you know, if I feel like it, I'll do it. Basically, if you're a fan of Nintendo in any way, I feel like this channel is going to be a pretty good place for you. Beyond that, as always, you can follow me on Twitter at XenogamerYT. You can join the Discord server with a link in the description below, and you can check out our Twitch channel for streams every Friday. Also, I want to hear back from you guys. What do you think about this Kowloon walled city connection? Do you think it's even real? I think it's real. I feel like the evidence is too much there to say it's not. But let me know what you think. Also, do you think Mr. Grizz is a bear? I want a bunch of opinions on this. What do you think Mr. Grizz really is? Because it's implied that he's a bear, but I don't know. I'm expecting to hear some pretty outlandish and amazing theories in the comments, so get to it, guys. I think that's about going to do it for today. As always, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you soon with more videos. Until then, have an amazing day. Bye-bye.